Hiya guys! So I just recently started playing this game called The Last of Us and I absolutely fell in love with it, like no joke. So, I also fell in love with one of the main characters, Ellie, and I was like, hey, she's 14, I'm 14. She's a brunette, I'm a brunette. Look at those connections! So, I am going to be cosplaying as her. But the thing is, you know how Ellie has like a little bite mark thingy on her wrist, but it's kind of healed? So I searched for hours looking for a tutorial on how to do it, or even a reference image, and I could literally find none. So I'm making this to show you my version of Ellie's bite mark. And yeah, okay, so some of the things that you will need are eyeliner, eyeshadow, fake blood, and some acrylic paint. But if you're actually supposed to use like the putty wax or latex, but I'm kind of ghetto and redneck and I don't have any of that crap, so I'm gonna use this, no matter how bad it is. Okay? Okay, so first up, you're gonna get kind of like a neutral brown. If you have a color palette, that is wonderful, because you have like all the colors you need. Now, you're going to take kind of a neutral brown, almost like a gold color, a little bit similar to this color, right there, this one. And you're going to take it and you're going to apply it over the area of her wrist. And for me, I'm doing it from here and then going down. Yeah, but it's gonna be looking like this, so I have it like that. Also, for the acrylic paint / wax thing, if you don't have acrylic paint or wax, what you can do is you can get some clear coat nail polish and just dab it on a couple of places. Like right here, and right here, and right here. Just scatter it, because technically hers is kind of scarred and heals because it's been over 3 weeks. Here is a reference picture of her bite mark that I actually had to screen cap from someone's playthrough of the game, and it's very, very awful, low quality, but it's the only reference image I could get. So either you can use that, or you can go into your game and find it, or pause it, or whatever, or you can just somehow summon the Dark Lord Satan and perform a ritual and then ask him to give you a ritual, or not ritual, and give him like a tutorial on how to do this instead of watching mine, but that's okay. Okay, so back to the tutorial of it. So you've already taken your light, kind of neutral brown, and you've put it around the area. Now you're going to take a little bit of a darker brown and put it more on where the scarred bite marks would be. So around the areas that you had you would put the acrylic paint, wax, and or nail polish on, to make that part more defined, because you know that's where she got bit. So now it kind of looks like that. Personally, I'm going with the clear coat nail polish because of the way it dries on skin. It makes it look more like a scar, because you know how if you've seen a scar, how it kind of has like the little lines going down. Well, that's what it does whenever it dries, whenever nail polish dries on your skin. So that's why I'm going with a clear coat nail polish. Now in the reference picture of Ellie's bite mark, you can notice that kind of on the bottom side, one of the bottom corners, it looks a little more opened, woundy. Is that a word? Woundy, open woundy? It is now. But you can definitely tell that it's more reopened and that it's more of a scab with actual blood in it. So what I'm doing is that on that small part, which would be like right here, is I'm taking kind of a rouge-ish color red and just lightly putting that around that area to make it look more defined. And then that's also where the fake blood will come in. Now, if you've ever actually looked at a real wound or bite mark, you will notice that around the actual area where it had punctured through, it has a sort of purple-ish, bluish color because it's bruising. So, what I'm going to do is I'm taking a very, very light color shade of purple, like this one right here. Well, it's kind of halfway gone. And I'm taking a kind of navy blue, I guess you could say, and I'm using this shade for it, but I'm using very, very minimum. I'm using the very, very minimum that I can because I don't want it to be too much blue and purple. Now that I've done that, I'm taking my eyeliner, any kind of eyeliner will do, honestly, and I'm just kind of dabbing it around, not really dabbing it, but lightly drawing it around the area and the outline of the actual bite. But try not to get it on the nail polish if you're using that, because it'll pick it up easily and then kind of mess it up. And then after you put that on, you're going to want to smear it a little so it's not that very defined, but you can still kind of see the line there. So whenever someone actually sees it, they'll be like, oh man, that looks really good. And you can be like, yeah, I know, I did it myself. Are you jelly? And then they're gonna be like, oh my god, you're such an awesome Ellie cosplayer. You're like my headcanon. And then you're just gonna die because you're so happy. I don't know if you'd do that. That's what I'd do. Well, I wouldn't really die. I'd kind of just pass out and cry. After you've dealt with the eyeliner, the actual bite mark itself should be more defined by now, and you should probably be able to see that in your result. Like, from the way that it's looking, you should probably think, man, that looks like her bite mark. But, yet again, you also notice that Ellie still has that one part in her bite mark where it's more scabby, woundy-ish than others. So you're gonna take your vampire blood and place it around this one little scab, but you're not gonna actually like squirt it out like I did on my first try because that was really stupid. This leaves a lot of residue, especially on the sides. So you're gonna take the corner and you're just gonna kind of dab it. Oh no, it's spilling. It's just... So see, now it kind of already looks like a scab that's bleeding. And you want to use this very, very, very sparingly, because first off, a little bit goes an extremely long way, and then also, her wound isn't that much of a, I don't want to say that much of a wound, but it's not that open. So what you can do is that you can place it in other areas, you can keep it on that one spot, you can do whatever you want because this is your Ellie cosplay. Or if you're just doing a zombie bite mark thing. But what I'm doing is that I'm putting it like kind of all over, but then I'm like lightly dabbing it to kind of sop it up a little, so it's not that defined, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm trying to define it while not defining it. So if you put the fake blood on, and you're still not getting the results that you want, you can take another one of your eyeshadow palettes and kind of take like a legit red, like that kind of red, and you can place it around the wounded area to help define it even more. Make it look a little bit smeared. And then also, if you still want it to look more old, you can take a gray and you can dab it on top of the red and kind of try to blend it. Now this is the finishing product of your zombie bite mark, infected bite mark thing. It didn't really turn out the way I wanted it to, But, oh well, you know, beggars can't be choosers. And, yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it helps a lot. So, yeah. So, thank you so much for watching this video. If you want any other tips on an Ellie cosplay item, or any kind of cosplay item, really, leave a comment or message me. And also, if you like this video, hit like, and if you would like to watch more videos like this, hit the subscribe button. And I'll do a next cosplay video of whatever you guys want me to do, so make sure to leave comments so I know what you guys want, okay? You guys better have enjoyed this freaking video. Look at this mess.